My name is Dominique. I come from Montreal and I'm 26 years old. I've been teaching yoga for about 7 years. I like yoga because it's bring me freedom in my body, my spirit, and my mind, and it's really giving peace and quiet when I need it in some difficult time. And when I practice, it's make me embrace life more fully than ever. So when I started, I was in my late teens, and it was difficult time at home and at school, and so I decided to do yoga. I mean, not decided, but yoga came to me. I will say that like that, and I started to do 2-3 class a day. And it's made me feel so much more connected with myself, and I felt loved by my teacher and accepted, not judged. So that was really a safe place for me to be, and it's why I got into yoga, because I felt safe. So, like the questioning of like the life and all that I guess lead me to, I mean, I didn't love myself at all. So, and I didn't see value in myself, and I found myself way too big. And I guess I stopped eating for a while, and that was mostly kind of 1 year of like eating 1 bag of veggie a day. And at some point, like they just like hospitalized me, and I was doing yoga already at that point, but it was like they put me in the hospital, and that was my first diagnosis, like anorexia and all that. But after a while, like because my weight was not that drastically low or anything, they just put me outside of the hospital, and I went back to whatever at home at my parents. So I restarted to feel really bad and really unsafe and really in constant like pain, and that feeling was starting to be more and more constant. So if like the first thought, like, and this was like idea of not want to be alive starting to arise and getting much more like strong than they used to be. Like, and when like I remember the first time I was maybe trying to not trying, but I thought of dying, it was maybe when I was 11. So that was a long process of thinking of that, but in and off. But at some point you just feel so bad and so constantly in pain that it's become like your obsession. So everything is good to kill yourself, or so after a while I just like act on that, because I was not able to live anymore. It was too painful. So I went back to the hospital a second time, and it was good because it's another place where they kind of make me feel safe. And then it's when I decided really to, after that, to take on my yoga practice much more seriously. I was still really young, like 18 maybe, and I never stopped since then. So, and that yoga really helped me to refine, like, it was the only place actually in my life where I could feel a bit of peace. And so it was helping a lot, not curing or not anything, but at least make me feel a tiny bit of peace and joy while I was moving on my yoga mat. And
can you describe that peace and joy on the yoga mat?
Yeah, I mean, that peace and joy was just a feeling of freedom and connecting with my body that I didn't love, or myself that I didn't love, and because I was really good at asanas, because my body was young and flexible, I guess, already, I was able to do pretty advanced asana pretty quickly after, and I was doing 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, so that helped too. And so I guess just to be good at something and be valorized, like a value, and in it's give me value to do my yoga. So not just peace, but actually a self-confidence. So it's probably one of the area of my life still that have the most confidence. Other area of my life are still kind of manageable, but on my yoga mat I feel confident and really well, like, so yeah.
And how did that help with your feelings of suicide? How did yoga help with your feelings of suicide?
I guess it was kind of a refuge for me, yoga. So I call my yoga mat my temple, my portable temple. So wherever if I have my yoga mat, I can like unroll it, and it's kind of a safe place for me to be on. So I can create a bubble around me. So, and just to have that space where I can get refuge in, and feel just a tiny bit better, just for at least 1 hour. That's helped me to say, at least I feel good for 1 hour in my day. So that helped me to get past those suicidal thoughts. And yoga, it's also about compassion for yourself and not being violent. So it's it's the first yama in yoga. So so when I did my teacher training, it was a lot of my teacher is really focused on the opening the heart. So she creates like a family in our group, and so you develop friendship, and those friendship helped me to create some trusty. I could trust people, because I was not able to trust people, because the people that was supposed to take care of me just hurt me, and or it was unstable, so it was not always hurtful, but it was enough unstable for I cannot trust. So, and I was pretty young, so I was 18, so it was a lot of older people in my yoga training that I create some links, and they helped me to like they were kind of big sister and big brother, and I could just kind of rebuild trust in human and adults more. Yeah.
And so as you started to do yoga, you started feeling better about yourself.
Yes, I started to feel better in my body, and better in my mind, I guess, too, because and the teaching it was really focused on creating beauty around, or seeing beauty. So with my training and my practice of yoga, it was also out of the mat, so I could get out and see a flower and be really seeing the flower for the first time, and have joy from just seeing the flower, seeing the beauty, which I was not able. Nobody taught me to see beauty, so I just started to see spring and wow, and was, oh my god, that's the first year I see like the flower in the leaf, and wow, that's amazing, the process of life. And I never saw that before I was almost an adult, so that was pretty impressive to see that for the first time, and feel it in the life in my heart, and yeah, so.
And you felt that doing yoga has been very important to help you come out of this dark time of your life.
Yoga helped me to get out of that dark place, but actually it's not constant. So it's not because I did yoga that everything was beautiful, and like it's keep reaching me up to that day. And my yoga practice every day is like, it's helping me to keep my balance in life. And now that I know what I truly have and all that, I can work with my psychologist and my yoga mat. Those are my two big helper in my life. But I needed help from outside too, not just yoga. So, but yeah.
Do you think you are cured right now?
No, I'm not cured. I still have to manage pretty much every day, or I need to do my yoga practice every day to feel okay in my day. Or it doesn't mean that I have beautiful days now. I can say that I can say that I have 24 hours of pure joy and pure beauty and all that, but the next day I could have a trigger, something that just triggers memory, and then I fall back in my panic attack and some sadness or really intense feeling, and then I need to do yoga or I need to talk to somebody just to help me to get a distance from what is happening to me. And actually that's also what yoga taught me, is to see, to, yes, I have feelings, but I can just take a step back and then see what I'm feeling in my body is not actually true in the moment. So my memory are not my controlling my life anymore. So yeah, because I know what I have, and those two tools of like psychotherapy and yoga help me to manage that. But it's I hope still that I will be able to at some point not have to manage or not to be as careful as I am to be in my hygiene of life, or because if I don't sleep enough well or anything, it can really trigger some stuff. So no, I'm not cured, but I'm much better.
And if you had a message that you want to share with someone, what would your message be?
I mean, if you feel pain, or if you are hopeless, or whatever you feel, those feelings are okay. They are like survival reflexes, but with help, and I guess yoga for me, and even for you, and for many people, according to study, you can really, there is hope, and it's not easy, but I'm alive, and I'm happy to be alive now, and I'm grateful that when I tried to kill myself, I didn't success, because now I can say that I have a future, and I can build on something and be stronger, and even because of those experiences, and maybe help a bit in the world. And yeah.
And what would you tell someone who is wanting to kill themselves or having suicidal thoughts? What would you tell them?
Don't stay alone. Go, if you have one friend or one buddy, or even those lines, don't stay alone. Just talk, and that's the first step. Or go to the hospital, and that's really helped me in those times of crisis. I mean, I stayed 3 times 2 months, and those months have been really a lifesaver, because in crisis, you don't know what to do, but like at least you're safe, and you cannot, and after a while, like of being taken care of, you it's eased down, the crisis pass, and you're able to at least be out a bit, and help will come.